My name is Jacqueline Aludo, and I decided 6 years ago that I really wanted to help battered women and homeless children because they desperately need help.
He gouged my eye, fractured my nose. He said if I came back there that he'd kill me.
He busted open my face, my eye.
I looked like a black and blue mess.
Yeah, he threatened to kill me. He doesn't have access to firearms.
Getting punched over and over and over.
I have brain damage. I had several skull fractures.
If I didn't leave my house, I would be dead.
Her dad tried to cut hair out of me when I was pregnant with her.
They batter because they can get away with it. They batter because there aren't consequences for it.
For various reasons, a woman can't just pack up and leave. Sometimes the batterer threatens her children, her family, and she's most vulnerable when she makes that decision to leave because she can die.
I don't have any other family members that can take us in.
For a lot of the women that I deal with, okay, there's a real deep concern about, will my life ever be normal again? How am I going to survive on my own?
If my husband were to abuse me, I have a salary coming in. I would not be eligible for a stay in a shelter.
Public services are only offered if you are income eligible.
The lawyers, the prosecutors, the judges, and the policemen all need to be re-educated.
When he was arrested, they were supposed to extradite him to Florida. They let him go. I went to the judge and said, why did you let this man go? And they said, we can't babysit him.
If you have a good lawyer, you can get away with just about anything.
Going to court is always a risk, meaning more women are murdered when they try to leave a battering situation. We have laws that protect property in the United States that are much stronger than protecting women and children from violence.
They need to change the laws. Is it a misdemeanor when these girls grow up without their mommy because their daddy killed her?
And all the talk in politics about family values and moral values, there's no money to back it up.
Women and children who come from domestic violence or any kind of a broken home syndrome, you're pretty much looked at like you're a refugee in your own country.
Men don't realize what they're doing to their children.
He was beating me really bad, and the girls were watching it.
I've been hit by my own son.
Could you imagine that on a little girl?
No.
Being afraid to spill your milk because you know your mom was going to get beat?
I don't want them to fight no more because all they're going to do is just argue and start fighting.
Many adolescent boys get involved in protecting their mothers and wind up getting criminally prosecuted in the process.
When I get a call in the middle of the night, I'm not happy that there's a woman that just got beat up, but I'm happy that I can say, come, we'll give you shelter, we'll give you a safe place, you can break the cycle.
If it wasn't for the shelter, I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you.
If I'd have known about a program like this earlier, I probably would have left a lot earlier.
I have friends here. I have advocates. Say, this is our home.
I took a risk by coming here that I would be safe.
I want a better life for me and my children. I wouldn't want to be homeless on the street, and I would have to have my kids separated from me.
And these little girls, I'm also a role model to these little girls. If I stay, these little girls are going to think it's normal, just like I thought it was normal when I watched my dad beat my mother.
And that's what happens to women when they come to a shelter. They begin to break the cycle of violence that is passed on from one generation to the next. What we're doing here on a small scale will affect the outward large scale.
It's very painful to see that one B-10 bomber costs, what, $1 billion? And what we could do with $1 billion, we could take care of all the women who need shelter.
It's a struggle just to feed 133 people.
People think of typical homelessness as this man that's living on the streets. That's not true. We'll see a lot more women and children living in their vans. We'll see a lot more children going hungry.
We have to acknowledge and accept that this is a societal problem.
Because it could be his daughter, his sister, his mother, his granddaughter. It's everybody's problem.